Oh, hello! Today we're going to be making some hardtack and sweet sauce as part of my US history project. So, the first thing you're going to want to do, since you're going to be using the oven, you're going to want to preset this thing to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Because in Celsius that kind of stuff would kill you. So, bake 375.
Start.
Okay, so now that the oven's preheated, or it's preheating now, as you can see there's a nice little thing going on here. We need to do some stuff for the hardtack, because that's what we're making. So before we do anything, we need to pre-grease our pan here, since we are making pastry. To be more specific, hardtack is a cracker used sometimes as rations for soldiers, because it is a non-perishable, or near non-perishable. But in the Great Depression, some people only had flour and water, so slap them together, hardtack. So we need to pre-grease the pan. How do I pre-grease the pan?
And go.
Okay, so we're pre-greasing the pan here, as you can see. Just take any sort of cloth and grease it up. You want to get it all over the place, because you don't want to have anything stick to the pan, because that wouldn't be too good. So, greasing it.
Go.
Okay, so now we're actually going to get to making the hardtack. To make hardtack, you need only 2 ingredients, water and flour. To be more specific, you need 1 cup of water and 6 cups of flour. So we're going to start by getting ourselves a cup of water. This is neat. So I'm going to go over here to our handy dandy 21st century sink. If you were in the Great Depression, you probably didn't have one of these. Maybe you had like a spout, and you crank the handle and it comes out. I have no idea. So yeah, get yourself some water. You gotta get a cup of it. That was actually kind of perfect. Put it into your bowl. Okay. Then after we get our cup of water, bring it over here. You gotta get 6 cups of flour. So we take our flour right here. Your flour might have not come in this, but you know, we're special. So we take 6 cups of this nice little flour right here and put it all in there. There we go. It's okay to make a mess. That's what cooking is. You're making messes until it turns into something edible. So this is going to take a while.
Go.
Wow, 6 cups of flour sure is a lot. So now we're going to stir it and try to make it into a dough. This is what our goal is. Where's the water? I can't even tell. I think I already soaked it up when we were pouring the entire 6 cups in there. Yeah, that's all flour right there. This is turning out great. Maybe we need a little bit more water. I think we might need some more water. Because, you know, 6 cups, do you really think a cup?
Okay, go.
Okay, so we're going to need some more water, so we're going to add in some water here. We're going to stir while doing that. This is not going to stay still. I'm going to just pour in a little bit and stir. Okay, there we go. That was liquid for a second until it absorbed it all, because flour can do that. Right. A little more. Oh, look at that. Felt something wet touch my hand. Okay, that's it's turning out great.
All right.
Wow, this is getting pretty tough to stir. I think that's a good place to stop. So next, when we're done stirring it, see, spoon's sticking up. That's a good sign. That's a good sign right there. So next, we need to knead and fold the dough.
Okay, go.
Okay, so in order to knead the dough, we first need to cover our surface in some flour. So let's sprinkle some of it along our surface here. There we go.
That's good.
That's nice and floury right there. So next, we gotta take our dough, we gotta sort of mold it into a ball. And it's okay if some of it sticks behind, not all of it is going to want to come along with the party. Then we take this ball, dough right here, and plop it right here in the middle of the thing.
Go.
So now to knead, what we have to do is we have to push down into the flour right here, and then we fold it over, and then we push down and fold it over and let it crumple into a bunch of little bits. And if that happens, just put it back here in this little ball you did before. Make sure none of it's sticking to the surface you're on, because that would not be good as it crumbles again. And then push down and fold, and just repeat this process until it's nice and doughy and not falling apart. Consistent, if you will.
And go.
So next, you're going to want to take your here rolling pin. Yours probably wasn't made of... Yours was probably made of wood, because, you know, Great Depression, fun things, economic crisis. And then roll it to a 1/2 inch thickness. So just keep rolling it back and forth until it falls apart on you again. And just roll it out to a 1/2 inch thickness. Father, is that you? Are you back from the factory?
Okay, go.
Alright, so now as you can see, it's rolled into about 1/2 inch. So after we are done rolling it into our 1/2 inch sheets, we're going to want to take our handy dandy little knife right here and cut it into little 3x3 squares. 3x3 meaning 3x3 inches. So about right there. Then just go down. Then just keep doing that. So we can get one more down here. And then by 3. So right there. Doesn't have to be perfect, but has to be a square, or resembling a square. You know, this is the Great Depression. We're not going to be perfectionists here. There we go. So now that we have our 3x3 squares, we lay them on an ungreased baking pan. And we greased our baking pan.
Because we have modern bakingware.
Because we have modern bakingware that requires greasing before we put the little squares in here. So let's take our...
That's what the spatula's for.
Okay. So instead of doing it by hand, what you do is you take your here spatula and you scoop it up in the thing and then...
Place it on the sheet.
There we go.
Go.
Alright, so when you're done laying down all your little squares here on the pan, what you want to do is you want to take a...
to understand the question.
Alexa, shut up! So what you want to do is you want to take your here toothpick and poke some holes in them. This is simply for the sake of making them look like a cracker, and also so that way they don't explode. Because, you know, exploding isn't that good of a thing to do, especially in World War II times.
Go.
So after you're done punching these here little holes in the little squares right here, I'm putting 5 in them because, you know, 5 is a good number to have. So when you're done doing that, you place them in your oven. We're going to be baking them for an hour, but after 30 minutes we're going to flip them over because we want both sides to be cooked. So now that our oven is preheated to 375, watch your fingers, put them in there, and we're going to set a time for 30 minutes so we can be reminded to remember them. So while we are waiting for those to cook, we are going to make some sweet sauce. Now, hardtack may be stale and kind of gross. We're going to make it taste a little bit better with some sweet sauce. So the first step of sweet sauce is we need some ingredients. So for ingredients, we need a tablespoon of flour. Looks like about a tablespoon. A tablespoon of dried egg, or in this case you can use egg substitute if you're not in the 1950s. 1950s? 1930s. If you're in the 1930s, you probably don't have that, you just have dried egg. We're gonna get 1/2 pint of milk, 1.5 tablespoons of sugar, and a teaspoon of cinnamon for flavor.
Go.
So the first thing you want to do is you want to take your tablespoon of flour. So let's get our here leftover flour and scoop it up into a tablespoon. Get it all in there. Add in a little bit more. There we go. That's looking around nowhere near a tablespoon. All right. Is this good enough? It is good enough. All right. So we're going to take our tablespoon of flour and our tablespoon of dried egg, or in this case, egg replacer, because, you know, not everybody can have egg, like everybody in this household. And we're going to mix them together, and we're going to combine that with our pint of milk and blend them into a smooth little cream. So let's take this pint of milk here. There we go. And pour it right in there. And then we're going to blend all that together.
Blend away.
How do you blend?
You stir it.
Oh.
Gently.
Gently. So we're blending the ingredients together. It's a very fun process. Lets you remind yourself that, you know, you're in hard times, you know. Probably have all 3 of your kids handling 5 jobs at once, you know.
Okay.
You're living
Don't
in a
need to
house
go
with
down the
10
rabbit
other
hole.
random strangers and all that fun stuff. And, you know, you hear about this guy who's running for president, you know, he's in a wheelchair. What does he know? He says he's going to fix things. What is he going to fix? Can't even fix his own legs.
Okay, that's it.
So then we want to take the rest of our milk. That was not a pint, that was a half pint that we only poured a little bit into the mixer. Shh. So we're going to take the rest of that, pour it into a little saucepan here, along with our teaspoon of cinnamon.
You can take the lid off.
There we go. Anyone up for the cinnamon challenge?
No.
This is not a teaspoon, that is the base of a teaspoon. There's our teaspoon. There's our teaspoon. We're going to take a teaspoon of cinnamon. Go. And then, no. Okay, we're going to put it in here in the mixture. Then we are going to take a tablespoon of sugar. So we have a tablespoon right here, and in there. Then we're going to boil that.
You need to mix it. Use the fork.
We're going to boil it gently for 5 minutes. So we're going to take the fork that we used to blend it. And just mix it a little bit.
And then turn it on.
We're going to boil it gently, so
Right there.
right there.
Between what numbers?
Between 3 and 3.
Okay.
So we're going to boil that gently. I work out. We're going to boil it. Oh, it just says straight up boil it, not boil it gently. That's later. Later we're going to boil it gently. We're just going to straight up boil the stuff.
Okay.
Smile.
And
Smile. Pretty.
now what are you supposed to do?
So now we take our boiling remainder and we pour it onto the blended mixture that we had earlier. There we go.
And you mix it together.
And we mix it together. So let's return this to the stove. Preferably not on the hot surface. And we mix it together. And then after we do that, we're going to return it to the pan and bring to the boil, stirring all the time. Then boil gently for 5 minutes.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so we pour it back into the pan. And we're going to bring it back to a boil.
Gently.
Gently. We're going to boil this gently,
Stirring.
stirring constantly. Do not stop stirring, even if your arm's about to fall off. Get another arm.
right. Is it thickening? It looks like it's thickening.
Yeah, it's thickening. There we go. We're getting the sauce. Now, if it boils a little bit, that'd be awesome.
It was boiling a little bit, so. How long are you supposed to do it?
For 5 minutes, stirring constantly. Do not stop stirring. Even to look at the recipe. Guest starring dog. There's a dog. There's a dog.
Yes, dog.
Interested in the cameraman, apparently. Or a camera woman. Yeah, there we go. Starting to get really thick now.
Go. And then just say,
So look at how thick that is. And then take it off the heat, obviously, because you don't want it to burn, because burnt things don't taste as good as regular things. And that is why if somebody asks for the steak well done, you ask them to leave. So now that we're done with our sweet sauce, we're gonna let this cool a little bit, so that way it's not burning your face off when you're eating it. Now, we just gotta wait for our hardtack to finish. Well, gee, looks like we got about a minute left until we gotta flip over the hardtack. And then it's 30 more minutes in the oven and then we'll be done. Okay, so you wanna get your hot hands out. If you don't have hot hands, well, burn your hands off, obviously.
pot holders.
Or get pot holders. I mean, I'm not the one to decide your life choices. If you don't want hands, you don't want hands. You know? Okay, so we got about a couple seconds until it's done. You know what? I'm impatient. Okay, so let us get out. Okay, first of all, don't get your glasses fogged up. And then just get out a thing here. Woo! That's going through the hot hands. So flip over these here crackers. Okay. Look at that. Hard and long lasting. That's what we want. See that? It's solid right there. Solid. Don't even really need the spatula, you just gotta flip it over. Boom. Look at all that. That's what we want. That's the hardtack we like. So 30 more minutes in the fire, then we will be done with these. And then we will be able to eat them. And they will be good. Well, they don't have to be good. They're cheap. That's what's important. So, put away our spatula here. And kind of space them out a little bit so they don't fuse together like some Dragon Ball Z stuff. Then let's put them back here in the oven. Get blasted with heat over here. And then set your timer for 30 minutes. And then 30 minutes later, we will be back. How do you get this thing? Oh, hey. Okay, so it's me. I just want to try out the sweet sauce real quick because I haven't done so yet. So let's try a taste of that. Ooh, look at that, nice and thick. Let's try to taste of that. Mmm. You know what? For Great Depression food, it's not bad. Not bad. Cinnamon, sugar, cream. It's good. It's good. Definitely would go well with hardtack. Because, you know, anything can go well with hardtack. Because, well, hardtack is hardtack. I mean, it's flavorless, basically. Ah. You know, history is a good thing to learn, you know? Because if you know your history, you're going to be less likely to repeat it. Because, you know, I mean, we've tried many things throughout history. Most of them messed up. Most of them terribly. But you know what? We tried them. And we knew that they failed. But if you don't know your history, well, you don't know if something's going to mess up or not. You just don't know. You just got to try. And then if you mess up, well, in today's day and age, everybody's going to be on you. I can make one mistake. Boom. Front page on like every news cover. Isn't that right, dog? What's your opinion on Donald Trump, dog? This was a great interview. In ravioli, we're making hardtack. So let's make sure that our hardtack is good here. Let's take a peek. Ooh, look at that. That's a good shot right there. That's looking good. Does look like it needs some more time since we're only halfway into the 30 minutes on the other side. So I think we're doing good so far. Oh, hey, look at that. We're almost done. Beep, beep, beep. Oh boy, it stopped. Okay, we'll let her get to it then. Let's get out our hot hands / pot holders. Hazmat suit not included. Let's check it out. Okay. Wow, look at that. One of them's fried to a crisp. So we're gonna stop heating up the oven. We're gonna transfer them to a cooling rack.
So you take this over there.
What we're gonna do?
No, you need the things.
Hold on. I thought we were just gonna.
No, you're gonna take that and put it over there.
Okay. We're gonna transfer this to a cooling rack. So
Careful.
with one hand, because I live the dangerous life. Boom shakalaka.
You put the crackers on the cooling rack, not the pan.
You said take the pan.
Okay, now put the pan on the island.
And take the pan and put it here. Then we're gonna transfer the hardtack to the cooling rack. Hey, that was a rhyme. So, boom. Boom. Boom goes the dynamite. So you want to go ahead and let these cool for a couple minutes because, you know, they were in the oven for an hour. They're probably going to be pretty hot. And, you know, when you're biting into them, you may want to not lose your entire jaw in the process. So we're going to give these a moment to cool. This pan is going to go over here so it can cool. So everybody's cool except for the Cold War. So let's try out one of these here hardtack cookies here in the sweet sauce. So let's break it in half. Look at that wonderful break. And let's dip some of it in sweet sauce. I'm gonna get it nice and covered, you know. I'm gonna make sure plenty of the sweet sauce is in there. It's good. It's good. All right, so thank you for watching this tutorial on how to make hardtack and sweet sauce. The recipes will be included, and if you follow them correctly, you can also replicate something like this, but different because we did everything wrong.